Magandang umaga, magandang tanghali, magandang araw, magandang hapon, at magandang gabi. Anumang oras kayo manunood at nanonood sa videong ito. Well, our lecture is under the subject Law Enforcement, Organization, and Administration. And in today's lecture, our focus is on the qualification standards in the appointment of uniformed personnel to the Bureau of Fire Protection and the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. Once again, your lecturer is Darlito Bernard Delizo, known as Sir D, Dr. D, or Tatay D. So if you are new in this channel, um, we are inviting you to subscribe and click the notification bell. So at the end of this lesson, or at the end of this lecture, it is expected that the viewers and learners will be able to identify the qualifications in the appointment of uniformed personnel to the VP and the BGMP, and to be able to differentiate what are the specific provisions of Republic Act 9263 and Republic Act 9592. So these are the laws that's upgraded or professionalized and reorganized the Bureau of Fire Protection and Bureau of Jail Management and Penology. So what are the qualification standards for appointment for the Jail Officer 1 and the Fire Officer 1? Okay, so ang mga qualification dito ay identical naman yan doon sa qualifications na sinet forth ng uh, Philippine National Police sa kanilang mga aplikante in Republic Act 8551. Okay, so tignan natin, no? First thing first, you must be a citizen of the Republic of the Philippines. Sino nga ba ang citizen ng Republic of the Philippines? Okay? So in your Philippine Constitution, if you are born in the country, okay, and you can get your citizenship by jus soli na tinatawag natin, or by birth, or if one of your parents are Filipino citizens, you are a citizen of this republic. Say for example, ang tatay mo ay Chinese citizen at ang nanay mo ay Filipino citizen, then you are a Filipino citizen. Okay? So normally nagkakaroon ng question diyan lalo kapag yung mga apelyido ang apelyido ng aplikante ay foreign sounding name. Say for example, ang apelyido mo ay apelyido ng Chinese, apelyido ng American, apelyido ng Japanese. More often than not magkakaroon ng tawag natin ng kunting verification. Okay? Kung ikaw nga ay Filipino citizen. Okay? Kasi maraming gano'n pag foreign sounding name yan. Okay? So, a person of good moral character. Now, saan yan? Saan makukuha yan? Sa barangay. Simula yan sa barangay. Okay? Kaya kapag kayo ay bully sa barangay, once na nakontra nyo si barangay captain or any of the barangay officials and you are known to be a bully in the barangay, no? Ikaw ay isang sanggano, isang siga sa barangay, may record ka, I'll tell you this, mahirapan kang mag-apply or mahirapan ng isang aplikante na mag-apply kapag merong mga records ng mga derogatory records sa barangay. Kasi ganito lang naman yan eh. If your barangay captain is tawag natin madikit kay mayor, kaya sabihin lang niya kay mayor na itong taong to ay hindi dapat magpulis kasi bully sa barangay, siga ito sa barangay, sakit sa ulo sa barangay. I'll tell you this, mahirapan na maghanap ng or makakuha ka ng good moral character sa yung barangay. Okay? So because I have a student before na ganun ang ugali niya sa barangay, at eventually umabot siya ng 8 years, hindi siya nakakapasok kasi kahit saan siya mag-apply dun sa na anong region, no? Pumunta pa siya ng NCR, since nilalagay niya na kanyang address ay yung address niya sa pinanggalingan niya, sa kung saan siya pinanganak, at pinababalik-balik palagi siyang kumukuha ng good moral character sa kanyang munisipyo Ayun. Okay, and then eventually he was advised na magmakaawa sa barangay captain. After 8 years, no, nagmakaawa siya sa barangay captain at nabigyan siya ng clearance. Then eventually nakapasok siya. Imagine yun, no? So those of you who are wanting to join the Tri Bureau, be careful, no? Then he must have passed the psychiatric, psychological, drug, and physical test for the purpose of determining his or her physical and mental health. Okay, so same yan with the Philippine National Police. Psychiatric, that is, papasok din yan yung tinatawag natin IQ exam ninyo, psychiatric and psychological. Okay? So, as I mentioned in the earlier video, importante yung tinatawag nating IQ test or psychiatric and psychological test because it will test the aptitude and then the initiative or the initiative of the applicant. Okay? And then, importante, no, yung ating physical and our mental health. And he must possess a baccalaureate degree. Well, that is a sad reality for criminology students because entering the Tri-Bureau is not exclusive to the criminology graduates, but it's a joy and it should be what you call it, a welcome idea for the non-criminologists because just like in the PNP, everybody is welcome to join the Tri-Bureau. Okay? Kasi hindi naman kasi lahat puro criminologist ang trabaho doon. May mga admin work, may mga technical work na hindi naman kayang gawin ng criminologist. So, importante dyan ay meron kang baccalaureate degree or yung sinasabi nyong 4 years degree. Hindi kasi siya safe na sabihin na 4 years degree kasi may mga schools na trimester lang sila. So, 3 years lamang yung kanilang course. So, for example, na kapag yung school ay trimester siya, yung 4 years na criminology, 3 years lang siya. Okay? So, that is a baccalaureate degree. Meron ding ibang mga schools na, meron ding ibang kurso na you need to spend 5 years bago mo matapos yung kurso. And that is also a baccalaureate degree. Normally, ang mga engineering courses ay ganun, no? Maabot sila ng 5 years bago nila makompleto yung baccalaureate degree. Kaya ang tawag diyan, baccalaureate degree, hindi siya 4-year course ang tawag. So, from a recognized institution of learning, meaning merong kang recognition coming from the Commission on Higher Education, no? Yun ang importante diyan. Kaya may mga ibang naggra-graduate na tawag natin hindi maganda yung records nila sa CHED at kansilado pala ang recognition, so yun, magkakaproblema niyan. With appropriate civil service eligibility. Okay? So, just like in the PNP, if you pass the board exam as a criminologist, that will be an eligibility from jail officer 1 up to uh, jail superintendent or fire officer 1 to fire superintendent. Okay, so that is the advantage of the criminology graduates. But if you are a licensed teacher, you are an engineer, you are a nurse, your board exam is only good for an entrance eligibility for the Tri-Bureau, the PNP, the BGMP, and the BFP. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin appropriate civil service eligibility, as we mentioned earlier, you have Republic Act 1080 as an example of that, no? Any board exam, okay? And then if you pass the second level civil service exam, we know that as the CS proof exam or professional exam. Okay, so those are the we call it appropriate civil service eligibility. Okay? Then of course there are also civil service eligibility exams na binibigay din ng ating civil service, na kagaya ng mga fire officers exam, the we call it the correctional officers exam. And if the person is a former member of the armed forces of the government, okay, or a former employee, he must not have been dishonorably discharged or dismissed for cause from previous employment. Ibig sabihin ng dismissed for cause, ibig sabihin merong legal cause, may valid cause bakit ka na-dismiss. Dapat wala. Okay? And the applicant must not have been convicted by final judgment of an offense or crime involving moral turpitude. Okay, so we already mentioned that thing about moral turpitude. Ha? Yung mga acts na nababanggit sa Bible. Okay? Particularly sa Ten Commandments. Mga related doon, moral turpitude yon. And anything na nakakahiya sa ating morality ay tinatawag nating moral turpitude as we discussed that earlier in the earlier video. At least 1 meter and 62 centimeters or if you are male. So roughly that is 5 feet and 4 inches. But 1.62 meter actually is a shade less than 5'4". Okay. Then 1 meter and 57 centimeters. Okay, in case of a female. Okay? So, kapag medyo maliit ka and you wanting to join the Tri Bureau, magkain-kain ka ng star margarine para tumanggad ka, no? Or growy, baka sakali pa, no? Ayan. O kaya sa New Year, tatalon-talon ka. But don't believe on that na sa New Year, tatalon ka, ikaw ay tatangkad. Baka mas lalo ka pang liliit niyan. Okay? So, but kidding aside, na yun ang height. Okay? Why? Kasi mayroon naman kasing essence yung height, no? Although we have a pending bill coming from the Senate and the House of Representatives lowering the height of those coming or those who are applying uh, for the Tri-Bureau and the Bureau of Corrections. Okay, so sa mga maliit niyan, it will be a welcome news to you kapag finally maging batas na yan by January, by February, or the soonest possible of time. If you are a member of the IP, okay, the indigenous people or the cultural communities, then you will be granted an automatic waiver for that. And your weight, no, you should be passing what you call the body mass index. Okay, so there is what you call a standard scale for that. Na dapat yung timbang mo ay hindi tawag natin mas mabigat or mas magaan ng 5 kilograms dun sa standard corresponding to your height, your age, and sex. Kung ilang taon ka na, okay, at ano yung gender mo, okay, ito dapat yung ideal na timbang. So, ganun yan. Ito dapat ang ideal na timbang. So, if you weigh less than 5 kilograms, then you are underweight. If you weigh more than 5 kilograms, that is overweight, no? Sa PNP, medyo stricto sila ngayon. Even sa mga training nila, hindi nila pinapayagan mag-training yung mga bumabagsak sa BMI examination or test. Okay, so with that, yun yung mga qualifications ng mga gusto mag-apply sa BFP at saka sa BGMP. Then, of course, kailangan mo ring pumasa later on sa tawag natin sa mga interview, sa mga exams nila, whatever, no? Anyways, Section 4 of Republic Act 9263 in 2004 provided that new applicants must be less than 21 or more than 30 years of age. Okay? So, the same with the PNP. Except for this particular provision, meaning except for the age requirement, all the above enumerated qualifications shall be continuing in character, and absence of any one of them at any given time shall be ground for separation or retirement from the service. So take note, 2004. If you count the number of years, 2004, 1991, nag-start ang Tri-Bureau, 1991. So roughly, that's around 13 years. Okay? Or yeah, for say 13 to 14 years, okay? In 2004. So yung mga napunta sa BFP saka sa BGMP, if we go back to the historical background niyan, we mentioned na galing yan sa PCINP. Okay? So may mga galing sa INP, karamihan yan, galing sa INP. At yung mga INP noon, kapag municipality ka lang, ay hindi ka college graduate. Kapag city noon, ay dapat college graduate sa mga members ng Integrated National Police. So, chances are, marami pa rin sa kanila by 2004 na hindi pa nakatapos ng baccalaureate degree. Okay? So, yun ang taken doon. So, the above enumerated qualifications shall be continuing in character and an absence of any one of them. Say, for example, by 2004, that time, di pa natapos. Okay, so binibigyan ng Republic Act 9263 those who have not complied with the requirements, no? Particularly stated doon sa educational qualification, okay, are given 5 years to obtain the minimum educational qualification. At kapag sila ay overweight or underweight, they are given, uh, we call it 1 year to satisfy the weight requirement. In other words, by 2005, dapat ay ideal na yung timbang nila. At dapat by 2009, dapat natapos na rin nila yung kanilang minimum educational qualification. That is the idea. Okay? And you have to remember this, in 2004, unlike today, ay wala pang mga online classes noon. Ang karamihan noon ay mga physical classes or face-to-face. So, during that time, no, ang mga nag-enroll noon na balik-aral, ang tawag namin sa mga pulis na estudyante namin, ay they need to attend the classroom. Wala pang tinatawag na ITIAP noon, okay, or mga modular classes noon, kundi kailangan talaga physical, we call it uh, attendance ang kailangan nila. Okay? So, ang sabi doon, kapag hindi ka nakakomply, any one of those requirement doon sa na enumerate natin kanina, okay, ay it will be a subject for separation or retirement. Now, after 5 years, 2004, after 5 years, ang nangyari, marami pa rin din nakatapos ng pag-aaral. Because I have mentioned a while back na during that time kasi wala pang mga online. Wala pang online classes. Kailangan talaga face-to-face. So the problem before, ang problema noon is sa dami ng trabaho ng mga membro ng PNP, ng BGMP at saka BFP, marami sa kanila ang wala ng time na pumasok physically. So eventually, after 5 years na binigay sa kanila, ay marami pa rin ang hindi nakatapos ng baccalaureate degree at marami pa rin ang hindi nakakapasa ng mga kanilang examination. Okay? So marami pa rin, hindi pa rin sila nakapasa sa kanilang eligibility kasi nga pumasok nga lang sila noon ay mga second year college lang natapos nila nung sa INP, galing sila sa municipalities. So, for that matter, mabait naman ang government natin with the lobbying of retired police officers. Okay? So, nabuo yung Republic Act 9592 in 2009, 5 years after 2004, that the uniformed personnel who are already in the service prior to the effectivity of 9263, prior to 2004, shall be given another 5 years to obtain the minimum educational qualification and appropriate civil service eligibility. In other words, binibigyan ulit sila hanggang 2014. Imagine yun, na palugit kasi nga, yun nga ang reason nun. Paano pag kailangan sila sa trabaho, no? So, hindi sila makapag-attend ng physical, we call it uh, face-to-face classes. Then eventually lumabas yung tinatawag natin mga ETIAP classes. Ito yung mga modular classes, no? Kaya marami ang mga nag-avail na mga modular classes na mga matatandang mga nasa serbisyo para matapos nila yung baccalaureate degree. Another thing kasi, yung mga iba, hindi rin sila ma-promote kapag di nila matapos yung baccalaureate degree. Okay? So, hindi sila ma-promote, steady na sila doon. Okay? So, mga iba naman na medyo matatanda na, sabi nila, no, hindi na kami mag-school. Numili lang kami ng awa na sana bigyan kami ng another 5 years. Na? Anyway, di naman na kami promote, something like that. Okay? So, that is to be reckoned from the date of the effectivity of 95-92. However, the concerned BFP and BGMP members who have rendered more than 15 years of service at the time of the effectivity of this act, meaning the 95-92, shall no longer be required to comply with the aforementioned educational and eligibility requirements. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Okay? 2009, less than 15 years. So, ilan yon? Okay? Less than 15 years. So, roughly around 1994, like that, no? around 1994. Kapag ikaw ay pumasok noong 1994 ng BFP saka BGMP na hindi mo pa nakukumply yung baccalaureate, tawag natin baccalaureate degree at saka yung civil service eligibility, okay? Kasi nga ang exam mo noon ay police entrance lang ng NAPOLCOM noon, okay? So yun ang problema. So sabi nila since naka 15 years na kayo, okay, hindi na namin kayo i-require na mag-comply sa educational and eligibility requirements. Yun ang sinasabi ng 9592. Okay, ganun talaga yan sa government natin. Our government also looks on the loyalty of these people. No? Kasi isip nila, pagtatanggalin natin yan, mga asset na yan. Yun lang naman, baccalaureate degree ang kulang nila, saka yung civil service exam, but sa kanilang trabaho naman, okay naman mga yan. So mga ganung bagay din ang mga tinitingnan yan. No? Kaya may mga amendments later on na binibigyan ng another grace period ang mga membro ng ating uniform agency of the government to comply or not to comply anymore. In this case, Republic Act 9592 ay ini-excuse na yung mga nakapag-render ng 15 years of service at the time of the effectivity of RA 9592. So 2009 minus 15 years, so 1994. Lahat ng pumasok doon. Earlier than that, they are no longer required to, hindi na sila isi-separate, no? Pero kapag less than 15 years, isi-separate sila or i-retire. So further, those personnel who have acquired National Police Commission eligibility prior to the effectivity of Republic Act 9263 shall no longer be required to obtain the appropriate civil service eligibility. As I mentioned in my previous lectures concerning the Philippine National Police, nagkaroon ng problema noon doon sa sino ang magbibigay ng eligibility. Ito yung nabanggit ko kanina, yung eligibility ng National Police Commission na hindi noon nire-recognize ng civil service as we call it a baccalaureate or second level. Kasi dati first level lang yan. So ngayon, sabi niya hindi pang second level yan. Pero ang NAPOLCOM naman sinasabi na dapat pang second level yung exam namin. So nagkaroon noon ng problema. Okay, with that particular NAPOLCOM examinations na pinasa ng mga pumasok sa Tri-Bureau noon. Okay? So ngayon itong 9592 eventually ay na-waive na. In other words, pinapayagan na yung mga passers ng NAPOLCOM exam before 2004 na hindi na i-require para sa kanilang appropriate civil service eligibility. Okay? And finally, that within the 5-year extension period stipulated herein, the issue of whether or not the VFP shall be devolved to local government shall be revisited by Congress and as circumstances demand, be immediately implemented. Meaning, on 2009, may mga usapin na yung mga trabaho ng Bureau of Fire Protection ay ibibigay na sa local government units. Okay? And of course, until now, they are still a separate, we call it a unit, and we call it from the local government. Pag sabi nating local government units or LGU, ito yung city, ito yung municipality. So, ngayon kasi, in my own opinion, hindi kasi pwede at hindi tama sa akin din at kapag ilagay mo sila sa local government units kasi ang mangyayari niyan, ma-stagnant yung mga bombero natin, mga fire officers natin, ma-stagnant sa promotion, ma-stagnant sa benefit kasi mababawasan, no, yung tawag natin may bibigay ng national government sa kanila. At the same time, mangyayari yan na babalik na naman yan sa mga political backings na naman yan if it will happen, no? So I'd rather see the BFP na under siya as a separate bureau. And further, after the lapse of the time period for the satisfaction of a specific requirement, current uniformed personnel of the BFP and BGMP who will fail to satisfy any of the requirements enumerated under this section shall be separated from the service if they are below 50 years of age and have served in the government for less than 20 years. Okay, so ano yan? So take note 2009. So by 2014, by after 5 years, no, by 2014, hindi pa rin nila natatapos yung kanilang tawag natin yung kanilang baccalaureate degree, di pa sila kakapasa ng civil service eligibility exam nila, kapag sila ay below 50 years old, meaning 49 years old sila, okay? At nakapag-serve na sila ng wala pang 20 years na nag-serve, 19 years pa lang, okay? Anong gagawin sa kanila? Sila ay isi-separate. Pag sinabi nating separated, again, balikan natin, they will be terminated. No? Ganon, okay? So, bigyan natin ng example. 2014, okay? So, pumasok ka ng BFP or BGMP in 2005. Okay, 2005 ka pumasok. Or 2005 ka pumasok ng PNP, no? Or pumasok ka ng tawag natin, sabi natin 2004, sabi natin year 2000. 2000 ka pumasok. Or earlier than that, sabi natin 1995 ka pumasok doon, no? 95. So 2005 ngayon, 1995 and then 2015, no? 5 years after 2009. So 20 years 'yan. Okay? So 20 years 'yan. Kapag naka 20 years ka na diyan at ikaw ay pumasok ka nung 1995 na tamang-tama ikaw ay 30 years old kasi nga yun ang tawag natin, yun ang age requirement, no? 30 years old ka nung pumasok ka noon, yun ang maximum age requirement. So eksakto lang na 50 ka. So in other words, okay, hindi ka isi-separate sa serbisyo kundi ikaw ay i-retire. So again, merong tinatawag natin, merong advantage ang retired. Kasi ang retired, meron kang mga pension na makukuha. Okay, samantalang kapag terminated ka, wala, lump sum lang makukuha mo. Yun ang ibig sabihin niyan. Okay? So you are retired, they will retire you if your age is from 50 and above and have served in the government for at least 20 years ka na. Without prejudice in either case to the payment of benefits they may be entitled to under the existing laws. Okay? So actually, kung tutuusin yan, itong batas na ito, RA 9592 ay talagang na-waive lahat yan. Bakit na-waive lahat yan? Napaka-imposible kasi if you compute the years, na pumasok ka ng 1994, if you compute the years, ibig sabihin yan, by 2014, pumasok ka ng 1994, 1995, by 2015, ibig sabihin niya, nakakomply ka na ng 20 years, no? Kaya ito yung mga silent na mga batas na eventually nagkaroon ng advantage sa mga personnel ng BFP saka BGMP para mag-stay sila na hanggang makapag-retire sila na tinatawag natin hindi nakatapos ng baccalaureate degree at nakapasa ng civil service exam during their time. Okay, so with that, what about in the Bible? Anong sinasabi naman niya? Those who would like to become a leader. Mga leader, kasi pag ikaw ay nasa uniform services, police ka, bombero ka, jail officer ka, you are considered to be a leader actually. And the Bible says that if anyone aspires to the office of overseer, pag leader ka kasi, supervisor ka, leader ka. No? If you are a police officer, you are a leader of the community, whether you like it or not. You are a fire officer as well as a jail officer, you are a leader. Okay? So, being a police officer, a jail officer, and a fire officer is a noble task also. Therefore, a leader or an overseer must be above reproach, meaning dapat walang masasabi sa kanya na hindi tama. And the husband of one wife. Okay? Sober-minded. Hindi yung mainit ang ulo. Kaya tignan nyo, may nakapatay na pulis, di ba? Mayroong self-control, no? Tawag natin, maximum tolerance, respectable. Okay? Hindi ka gumagawa ng mga conduct unbecoming. Hospitable, meaning you serve people. Kapag may bisita, you serve. Just like when you say hospitability, you serve actually. And you are able to teach. You are not a drunkard. You are not violent, but you are gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. Di ba? So if you heard the speech of our President Duterte, okay, sa mga may mga violation ng police the other day, ano sabi niya? Marami kasi sa inyo mga lovers of money, meaning hindi kayo kontento sa sweldo nyo, sabi niya. Gusto nyo kaagad bahay kayo after 2 years sa service. Gusto nyo kaagad magkaroon ka ng magandang sakyan after 2 years sa service. Eh, kulang naman yung sweldo, di ba? So, saan kayo kukuha? So, that's a problem. And he must manage his own household well. Dapat, pag pulis ka, pag bumbero ka, pag jail officer ka, mismong tahanan mo kaya mong i-manage. And how could you manage? No? Ito kasi sa mga leaders sa church ang sinasabi. So, paano niya ma-manage yung church niya kung di niya ma-manage yung bahay niya? Ganun din, paano mo ma-manage yung buhay mo bilang isang uniform personnel of the government if ikaw mismo hindi mo ma-manage yung loob ng tahanan mo. Okay? So, with that, thank you for listening and God bless you all.